Hey, Paul Preston and Adam Witt here from the Movie Guys on the red carpet for John Wick Chapter 4.
And also, by the way, bit of a fraud, this red carpet, it's not red. It's badass colored.
Your job as a screenwriter is to line up dudes for John Wick to kill. Are you intimidated by previous body counts?
Actually, yes. Not particularly. The marching orders on this was to go bigger on the action, to give the audiences really more of what they wanted, and while also building out the world of John Wick. Is there a John the loving husband, or is there only John Wick the killer? And at the end, you find out.
I hear Jackie Chan's scripts are story, and then it just says Jackie Chan fight scene. Do you run like that?
Action for my departments. You want to know. You want your prop department to know what kind of weapons you're using. You want the locations guy to know kind of stuff. Like, we try to get it as detailed, but it's always changing. So as it changes, we do upgrades. But yeah, it usually starts with and then they fight.
He wants to put Keanu on his heels a little bit. He wants to put the stunt guys on the heels so that every strike is not perfect. So he wants them to slip and fall. He wants them to tumble downstairs because he knows that's what grounds this piece, a fantasy piece that's set in this sort of real world.
How cool is this? So you worked on the music for this movie as well. What is it like to work together? Did you get along?
we get along quite fine. We work together on Lola's music, on her. She has a new record coming out in the next couple of months, which is really phenomenal. But since Lola was 12, I've hired her as a colorist on my scores. She was in the orchestra for Guardians of the Galaxy 2 when she was 15. So it's like, this goes back a long way. But with John Wick 4, we definitely needed some atmospheric, ethereal vocal color work, and Lola handled that, as well as Nowhere to Run, which is, I think it's the largest song feature in this particular film. So
I can't wait to hear that. That's awesome. Yeah. Was it fun?
Totally. It was really punk rock and cool, and it's the single of the soundtrack.
With all these new characters, do you create themes and leitmotifs for each of these characters?
The goal. We've certainly tried. I mean, in the end, really with these types of films, because they blur the line, they're like, it's a surreal, hyper, focused world where the characters, they're not quite comic book characters, they're not quite grounded in reality. So because of that, I do feel like these type of characters serve having some motifs underneath them, but not everybody. There's mostly a driving through line throughout the film. This is a film that I've started working on at the end of 2021, and not a day went by that it didn't make me think how out of shape I am.
Is this a good jogging soundtrack?
No, there's a lot of energy to it, so yeah, at least a short jog where you have to stop and cry for a minute and then start up again.
So you play the character of Mia, who has not yet been seen in a John Wick movie. There's a lot of people here whose characters are back. So tell us about Mia.
She's quite closely connected with Donnie Yen's character and Donnie Yen's character of Kane.
I mean, how excited were you for that?
Oh my! So I wasn't precisely sure what the role was or anything when they jetted me in. So to sit down in the makeup chair on the first day and then for Donnie Yen to show up next to me, I can tell you that was a full-on moment. I grew up watching his movies, so I was just like, oh my God. So it was pretty incredible, and he was very humble and kind and generous while I was there, and I was very appreciative of that.
And your character's a friend or a relative of his? So basically what I'm asking is, you know he's not going to kick your ass in the movie. Okay, good.
He doesn't kick my ass in the movie.
Chidi is the right hand of the Marquis. So basically I'm the one that does the dirty work for him.
Do you get your butt kicked?
Not so much.
Do you approach it with class, any villainy, this sort of thing? Gentlemanly. There's a difference between like a gentlemanly type bad guy or like tough guy.
Oh, I'm sweet. I'm the nicest guy on earth.
I trust you.
Yeah. Look, you gotta do what I say, and that's it.
Did you ever know that Keanu could whoop an ass the way he does in these movies when you worked with him?
Thankfully not. Yeah.
If so, it's good to be on his side, right?
Yeah, you want to be on the other side of the gun that he's holding, that's for sure.